Today, we're going to be watching a football match in a stadium that has been widely described as the worst in England. Paul Sutton left a review and said, it's never a football ground. Kevin said, International Stadium, don't think so, it's a disgrace, needs a few quid spending on it. Colin, ground is too big for a National League club, needed binoculars to watch match. But let's give the Gateshead International Stadium some dues, it's not all bad. Here, someone said the stadium provides a fantastic sports experience, the venue is well kept with plenty of seating and the staff are always welcoming and approachable. It's the perfect spot for families and sports fans alike. David Wright's given it a 5-star review. That is though because he was in the stand which had a bit of cover. The drowned rats on the other side of the ground maybe wouldn't have given it such a high rating. This stadium even held Gateshead back in their push for promotion. Their relationship with the council and the people who own the stadium meant that they couldn't even play in the playoffs when they finished in the playoff positions in the National League. Recent news has suggested that that shouldn't happen in future though. Hopefully we can find some locals today and find out their thoughts on the whole stadium/promotion debacle. They're doing quite well this year, so they could be in the same position very soon. Hopefully the ground can meet the EFL criteria and we can see Gateshead get promoted. I'm going to go tonight to see if the stadium really is as bad as people make out. I'm going to rate 5 categories out of 10. We're going to check out the facilities, see what the actual football is like, gotta try the scram when we're there, how's the atmosphere, and what about the price. We'll give it a total score out of 50 to see if the Gateshead International Stadium really is the worst in England. I think I've spilled coffee all down myself. Anyway, we're in the servos. We are just south of England. No, we're not. We're just north of England. We're just about to cross over the border and back into England. And I'm so excited to be bringing you another English video. We were down at Morecambe recently. The last few months, this season especially, I've been so focused on Scotland. But the last couple of months, we've been to Greece. We've been to Northern Ireland a couple of times. We've been to England. We're going to England again tonight. So really excited to just be getting out of Scotland, doing more videos. We've got a big video coming up at the weekend outside of Scotland, well outside of Scotland, well outside of the UK. Here we go, look, Gateshead FC, proud members of the Vanarama National League. Yeah, they're in the 5th tier and actually doing okay this season. This is quite interesting. Joseph Stevenson Ridley became champion miler of England in a time of 4 minutes 20 seconds at Gateshead Borough Gardens near this site. Go Gateshead, and this is the game that we're going to be seeing today at the Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead versus Rochdale in the National League. And yeah, as you'll have seen from that sign over there with the whole championship miler thing, back from like the 1800s or whatever, and the International Stadium. This isn't an international football stadium, but it is a football stadium that's used for international athletics and maybe for other sporting activities as well. It feels like a little bit of a complex, like a college over there. This is where the away supporters enter. How does it compare to other National League stadiums? You can see a tiny bit of the pitch from here. The footprint of this place is actually huge. The big stand over there behind me, and it goes way further up there. There's like another bit of where like the running track would be. We've got like training football pitches here. And yeah, I think for a team like Gateshead, who are non-league, it's probably an amazing facility for them to use and be able to make use of. But with the situation of the EFL licensing and the ownership issues of the ground and that holding them back, the whole 10-year lease guarantee thing, maybe it's not great that the football club don't own the ground, but when you have so many facilities, actually might be a good thing. A 5-minute walk from the stadium and you're on the shores of the River Tyne. I wanted to get here while it was still daylight because the game is at night. I wanted to show you a little bit of the area and have a little look around the stadium. It looks like I got here just in time. This video is brought to you by ExpressVPN, the official digital privacy partner of Tottenham Hotspur. Ever feel like you're being watched on the internet? Unfortunately, you're not just being paranoid. You are indeed being monitored every single time you go online. Internet service providers can see every single website that you visit. In the UK, your ISP can be ordered to keep a record of your online activity for up to a year. In the US, they're legally allowed to sell your browsing history, but not if you've got the best defense in the league, ExpressVPN. I've been using ExpressVPN and it's an app that reroutes 100% of my online activity through secure encrypted servers. They're the best defenders against nosy ISPs ISPs and big tech companies trying to profit off my data. ExpressVPN also hides my IP address. That's the number that ISPs would use to track me on the internet. It can even help you stream football matches. That's because some internet providers throttle your bandwidth if they know you're streaming. With ExpressVPN, they can't detect anything, and so you'll never be throttled based on your activity. I spend a lot of time outside of the UK as well, so for catching up with things like Match of the Day, it's ideal. ExpressVPN is incredibly easy to use, just one click and you're connected. It works on any device and you can use it on up to 8 devices at a time. So if you want to go online with a clean sheet, take advantage of this special offer and get an extra 4 months for free when you use the link in the description. Go to expressvpn.com/footyadventures. That's expressvpn.com/footyadventures for 4 months absolutely free. A massive thanks to ExpressVPN for supporting me and sponsoring this video, the official digital privacy partner of Tottenham Hotspur. It would really support me and this channel if you could head on to the link in the description box there to sign up. A huge thanks, and back to the video. Luke, as I can see, you're a Rochdale fan. Yeah. So you're an away supporter here tonight. Yep. You've been to one game here before in the past with Rochdale. Season, yeah. Where are the away fans situated then?
Not too sure of this, because it's a Tuesday night last supporter, so I might be in the one stand.
You might be in the main stand, do you reckon?
Yeah,
or do you think
I think so.
Were you in the other part of the stadium last time you were here?
Yeah, last season we was, so it's a bit iffy because it's like less.
Right, so you were in the non-covered section last time then. Did it rain?
No.
Oh, you were lucky.
Yeah,
you were lucky.
Yeah.
This part of the world rains a lot. And so, what do you make of the stadium generally? Is it?
Oh, it's a bit run down.
A bit run down, you reckon? Okay. What would you change about it if you could?
Just the cover on the away end.
Cover on the away end.
Yeah.
And how about the distance from the pitch? It's an athletic stadium, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit too far.
Looking for tickets? Yeah.
On your phone.
Oh, you have to buy.
On the Gateshead website, and you can buy them on there.
Okay, there's no way to buy them in the stadium.
I don't think so, unless you wait until Sophie. She normally sits down there.
Okay, cool. I'll get one online. Okay, that's fine. Thanks, though. Right, back in the car, and we are on the Gateshead website to buy a ticket, and it's going to cost us 22 quid. I don't know how that is for the rest of like the National League. Is that a lot for the National League? I've not watched a National League game in ages. Ticket purchased, again, I don't know a huge amount of how much the tickets cost in the National League. Obviously do much more in Scotland. There we go, Revolut, £22 confirmed out of the old account. So yeah, if you want to come watch them play, that's what it's going to cost you. Look at where the club shop is.
Right, thank you.
What do you make of the tag that it kind of gets this stadium? It's a little bit different to the rest of the sort of more traditional football stadiums in this league, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you go around this league, I think you get quite a bit of a mix of grounds in this league. Like you go to, Rochdale, Oldham, like even like York's new place, Barnet. Like ground you'd probably more readily associate with the football league. But on the other hand, was at Maidenhead at the weekend. You go to places like that, Wealdstone.
The oldest stadium, right? That's got one of the oldest tags.
I think it is. Yes, you go to places like that, and it's like very non-league. So we're kind of like a little bit off on a tangent. It's not your typical non-league. It's not your typical football league, but I guess it makes us almost unique in a way.
It does, yeah. It puts you on the map.
Yeah.
And what was it like as a fan last season when you qualified for the playoffs but couldn't play the playoffs because of the whole 10-year thing and then the EFL rules and stuff like that? How was that?
It hurt. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. You follow this team like up and down the country. You get up at whatever hour in the morning to go to Southend or these kinds of places.
It's big commitment.
And you saw some of the football we played last season and some of the results we got. We're obviously in that top 6 on merit, and I mean, listen, we could have gone into those playoffs and had our arses handed to us, but it would have been at least nice
have the chance, don't you?
Yeah, to have had the chance. And if it weren't to be, it weren't to be. But it looks like things have been put right this year.
I was going to say, you're doing well this season, and it looks like if that were to come again, if you were to get to the playoffs again, you actually should be able to play them this time, yeah? Yeah,
that's what basically a club statement that was put out last week said, which is good. I think, listen, this is Gateshead Football Club. We always take the senior crew in everything we do.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, nothing's ever done the easy way. Thank you very much.
Do you collect all the programmes then?
Yeah, they forgot to deliver them for the last home game, so I'm going to collect it tonight.
It's a little bit of a different setup club shop-wise, isn't it?
It's
like some of the more traditional stadiums, I guess.
It's kind of unique though, isn't it?
What do you make of the stadium? I'm here to see it for the first ever time today.
I think it's a nice stadium. I mean the obviously the issue with like the roof, it's not ideal, but it's a nice sort of stadium, and you don't really get it with a lot of like other stadiums where you're like close into the pitch. This one you're a bit more removed, which offers a unique sort of perspective.
For the team though, the football team themselves, do you think it's a good facility, the pitch and the training areas that they have around here? Is that good for the team?
I mean, generally, yeah. I mean, the stadium, it's like got loads of capacity in terms of it's maximum it's like 11,000.
Yeah, but
So
you probably won't ever really fill that out though, I guess.
That is true. Yeah. If we were offered another stadium, then I'd happily take it. But I think this one's all right for the minute. But I think if we were ever to get in the football league, certainly would need a new stadium. And,
Fair enough.
And like we don't really fill the stadium, so and also it was primarily built as like an athletic stadium.
So the turnstiles around the corner. It's such a different experience come to this stadium. Like, what are all these people in high vis for? Is there a running club in there? I reckon that's a running club, mate.
Possibly, yeah.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, fine. Yourselves?
Cheers, mate. All good, man. Thank you. Here he is. I got the high vis on, mate. You working here, yeah? Yeah. Nice. Hello.
You just see my identical twin.
I was going to say, I thought I recognised you. Identical twin, yeah?
Yeah, I got an
nice.
identical twin.
I was like, I'm sure he just walked past me. Okay, cool. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm glad you're here.
Because I'm glad to be here, mate. Glad to be here. What's the food recommendation then?
If you want something a
bit different, cheese
a bit more local, ham and peas puddings, like a very bit of a northeast.
Oh, is it? Okay. Ham and peas pudding slice, yeah? The ham and pea...
Ham and peas pudding.
Yes. One of those, please. Oh, it's not bad.
Any drinks?
You get Strongbow, Stella, Guinness as well. Split the G. That's a ham and pea.
Yeah,
slice,
ham and
I
peas
think.
pudding, yeah.
Mars bar as well.
Right, so-
And then I've got a coffee just
Ham and
there.
peas pudding, hot drink, and a Mars bar.
Yep.
£8.
£8. Can I pay by card, yeah?
Yes,
Right, the stadium is here, but firstly, the scran. Let's try it. Do you know what? I'm pretty happy with that.
Don't like the stadium, nobody likes the stadium, but you just got to go on with it. And so far they're doing fine.
They're doing well, aren't they, in the league this year?
Yeah.
But could you just explain to me what's happened to the roof over there? It looks like there's a roof on there, but there's no actual cover, right?
The roof's been like that for a couple of years. The wind blew some of the scaffolding off and the council never fixed it. It's
So
been like that.
the wind blew part of the roof
Yeah,
off
I
and the
think
council
that's
have never
what
fixed
happened,
it.
yes. Never
And so
fixed
when a big away crowd comes, like you were telling me Hartlepool or
Yeah,
York,
yeah.
they have to go in there.
They've got to go in there, yeah.
Tonight Rochdale are just up there because it's a smaller
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
But
The big
York
clubs,
could be over there in
York,
the rain.
yeah, yeah. If it's raining and snowing,
With no roof?
No roof, no.
Where else would you see that around the world?
Maybe
Accrington. But at least they've just not built a roof. It's not like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, like that.
blown down. Fair enough. And so playing Rochdale tonight,
Yeah, it should be a cracking
you reckon they
game.
should do all right?
I think Gateshead will win 2-1 or 3-2.
Because they're both in the playoffs, aren't they? Rochdale and...
Yeah, but Rochdale, if they lose tonight, Gateshead should be just a point or 2 points behind
Nice.
the leaders.
Nice.
Rochdale will be 9 points behind.
And so if Gateshead do finish in a promotion position this year, they should be able to go up
Yeah,
despite
yeah.
the issues last season.
It's been sorted out, so they should be okay for promotion,
Good stuff.
hopefully.
Right, for now, I'm going to sit right on the halfway line, so I've got a great view of the pitch, actually. And not a bad atmosphere as the players came out. We've got Gateshead fans up there singing behind me, and then Rochdale fans are right over in the far end of this stand. But yeah, apparently for bigger games, they sell out the whole thing. There's been like playoff games where there's even been fans behind there. I think it's been a number of years since that was the case, but every so often they do play a bigger team. We have to go in that other stand with no roof, but thankfully we do have a roof, and we have a padded seat. Look at this. I don't think it's specific seating. My ticket doesn't have like a specific seat on it, so instead of sitting on one of the plastic ones, I'm sitting on a padded, lads. The ball boy's got to go pretty far to get the ball, but look at that scoreboard.
He's got more 20 years in there.
GMBC, it says in the seats opposite me, painted into the stand. I want wrong answers only in the comments. What does GMBC stand for? It's almost half time here, and I know one of the ratings that I've got to give after this video is food, atmosphere, the facilities, the price, and the match itself. It's currently 0-0 into stoppage time, and to be honest, I'm a bit gutted that I've got to give a rating for the match because this hasn't been great. I guess whatever day you come, sometimes it'll be good, sometimes maybe shit, but it's freezing. It's a Tuesday night in Gateshead. 0-0. It's half time. Imagine it was a sellout though, and that was your view. What have you thought of the game so far?
It's not the best start.
Oh no, I'm still waiting for my first goal here in the Gateshead International Stadium. But the stadium itself, what do you make of it?
Not the best, is it, for the league? Obviously, the council haven't let us have the lease and stuff.
Yeah, the lease.
Couldn't get up.
Yeah.
Got that sorted about a week ago, which is good. I did not get promotion. But
So you should be able to get promotion for next season. Yeah, for this season if you were to get there. And the roof on the other side, that needs sorting as well, apparently, right?
yeah, it used to be like a bit of felt, but then it fell off.
Rochdale have just received a second yellow card. Someone's getting sent off here. Usually once you've walked off the pitch, you're kind of back to the change rooms and easily in for a shower, but he's got the walk from the centre circle to the side of the pitch and then all the way along there as well. It's got to be the longest sending off walk in English football. Look, he's still going. Oh my God, and you will not believe it, but Rochdale, after just having a player sent off, are winning 1-0. A crazy own goal. Long way for the players to celebrate. How weird is that? They have a player sent off and then they go and score. Welcome to non-league football in the northeast of England. I like that on the visitors dugout they've been able to put the Rochdale badge. They must do that for all the teams that come and visit it. Attendance 712. This place can fit about 11,000 people and there's 712 in here. For National League standards, that's not great. And actually, Rochdale are in it. Oof. Yeah, this club would be way better suited to a smaller, football-specific stadium. The Rochdale fans have actually been pretty good today. Actually, a few of the Gateshead fans have been quite loud. We're right at the top now for the last few minutes. Look at that for a view, man. Boos from the home fans. And the away fans are loving it in there. Made the trip to Gateshead worth it on a cold Tuesday night for the Rochdale fans. A crazy game, really weird one. A red card for Gateshead, then they concede and then they can't score. Wow. And it's kicking off a little bit over there as well. Class. There you go, he said it's the worst team he's ever seen live. Right, before we go, if this was your seat and you're right at the front, yeah, look, the dugouts, you wouldn't even see that portion of the pitch, or you couldn't even see that goal. Oh, don't you love non-league? The stories are just incredible, and look at this, the players staying behind at the end to celebrate with the fans. It's been a couple of days, I've edited most of the video and I've had a bit of time to think about what the rating should be for everything. So first off, facilities. What did I make of the facilities? Well, I liked my padded seat. I like the fact that a non-league team like Gateshead have got a good amount of sporting facilities that they can use. There's gym facilities in that stadium and there's probably other things that they can use as a football club that other clubs maybe don't have, like in the place where they play their games. But, I mean, the fact that the roof on the other stand has been part of it, got blown off years ago, people were telling me, and the council still haven't done anything about it, is pretty shocking. So for the padded seat alone, I'm going to put it up a little bit. The running track, obviously, great for the athletics, terrible for the football viewing experience. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 10. Next up, the match. What was the match like? It was actually intriguing. The more the game went on, it was really interesting to see Gateshead try and break down Rochdale. Even though Gateshead had the man sent off and then instantly conceded themselves, Rochdale did really, really well to hang on. So it was actually a fairly entertaining game. The first half was pretty drab, to be honest. It wasn't a great first half. The second half was better because of the little bit of drama that we had, but still, it wasn't a 4-3. It wasn't a 3-2. And I feel like the rating for the match could have gone either way. Like, you could go there any weekend and it would be incredible, and you go there another weekend and it might not be as good, but in this occasion I'm gonna have to give it just a 3.5 out of 10. I'll give it another 0.5. I'll be kind. Next up, the food. I had the like little ham and peas thing, which is not actually peas as in like garden peas, which I thought there would be. It's like a savoury dish made with boiled legumes, typically split yellow peas. I've had to Google that. I didn't have a clue what it meant. It was actually alright. It was just, yeah, classic run-of-the-mill stadium scran, basically. I had a Mars bar, I had a coffee, it came to £8. No barista coffee like in Northern Ireland recently, sadly. Just kind of, yeah, instant stuff. But food, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Atmosphere, there was a attendance of around 700 people in an 11,000 seater stadium, so there were large parts of the game where, yeah, there wasn't much of an atmosphere at all, but actually credit where it's due to some of the fans that were in there. Some of the Gateshead fans that were up in the corner and some of the Rochdale, well, almost all the away end, actually did make for an okay atmosphere. I feel like Gateshead would be so much better placed in a smaller stadium where like they can generate an atmosphere. It's just too big where they are right now, but I would give the atmosphere, if a 10 out of 10 is like Celtic in the Champions League or the Rangers Europa League semi-final, then I guess it's got to be like a... I'll be kind again. I feel like this is a kind score. I'm going to give it a 3. I'll give it a 3. I feel like on a better day, on a bigger game, probably would be better, but yeah, Tuesday night, 700 people. We'll give it a 3 out of 10. And finally, price. I've had a little look at like some of the other prices of tickets in the National League, and it is about £22. So I guess that's sort of run of the mill. But it was just a shock when I loaded it on my phone and saw £22. It felt like a lot. £22 for a National League game on a Tuesday night when there's not that many people there anyway. I don't know. I guess nowadays, yeah, football clubs' prices for things have gone up, and so they rely on ticket money from fans coming in. So I don't mind paying it. Obviously, I like going to watch football. So £22, it felt like a lot, but looking at it, I think it's probably about on average with everything else. It's just because I go to so many games up in Scotland, and even like, I feel like I've been to like League One games up here and like small games that cost like less than £20. But yeah, I mean, £22 I think in 2024 is okay. But I think still could be a little bit cheaper. I don't know. There's concession prices, there's kids prices. I'm going to give price a, considering the match wasn't great, I'm going to give the price a 6.5 out of 10. So the total of the amount of out of 50 is on screen right now. What did you make of it? How did the experience look? If there was a category, and I should have probably done this for like friendliness of the people that were there, they would have got a 10 out of 10 for that, or probably like a 20 out of 10 for that. The people that I met were so nice, so kind, so welcoming, as they are in that part of the world when it comes to football, and I really, really like them. I love what the club are doing. Seem to be playing some good football. Maybe not the game that I went, but chatting to people, they seem to be doing very well. They're in the playoffs, and they could make the step up to the Football League. I hope they do. I hope these ratings, they are fair, but I think even a lot of the people there, probably the people associated with the club, definitely the fans, would agree that the stadium is probably not great for a football club. The size of Gateshead, I feel like it's in Newcastle, there's no other big teams apart from Newcastle United. There's an opportunity there for a smaller, lower league club to come up and be in the EFL. They just need a football stadium. They need a proper football stadium. They need to get out of the Gateshead International Stadium. Apparently it's not even international anymore. Someone else was telling me there that they don't even use it for international athletics events anymore. That could be true, I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, a huge thanks for watching. What did you make of England's worst stadium? Is it the worst stadium? Let me know in the comments what you think the worst stadium is. I'll leave a couple of videos on screen. One will be something similar to this, and another one will be something from a little bit further afield. So if you could please carry on watching my videos by clicking on one of these, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already for more content, and I shall see you all very soon.